Hi guys, and welcome back to how to paint a Boba Fett helmet. In this video, we're going to cover how to paint on the red. We've already painted on the ears, so now when we do take off the tape, after we've painted the red, we'll have a nice reveal of a completed Boba Fett helmet. I'm going to briefly go over the masking again. Nothing too in-depth, as we've already covered, I think, in 2, maybe even 3 videos. But I just want to reiterate how to tape off this section, because we've done it before on this. I don't think I showed it very well, so I'll show you how to tape this off. The rest of it is pretty much the same, just a little bit of tape, same for the back, and then bag it up. If you have a helmet with ears on, it might be a little bit difficult. I have already started the other helmet, which has its ears attached. I didn't bother filming that one as I knew it would be a bit of a bugger to tape up. You just have to work your way around that. So if you have a helmet and you've already done the bolt method like I showed you earlier on, go ahead and detach your ears, as this will make it infinity times easier when you go to paint it, as masking up the ears on the other helmet was quite difficult. So go ahead, remove your ears. Okay, so I've gone ahead, remove both ears. You can take the bolts off, make sure you put the bolts back onto the thread so you don't lose them. It's a lot easier to lose a little nut than it is to lose a big chunk of resin. And put them somewhere safe. Put it over here. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now, with the ears attached, detached, we can go ahead and start masking up our helmet. So the first bit, we're going to start off with this. With the tape, I like to de-tack it. So basically I take the tape, I'll lay it out, I'll cut the strip of it, and I'll literally stick this to my shirt or my trouser leg just to take some of the tack off it, as this will stop, well, it'll help reduce the risk of pulling up any of the paint. So I've got the tape, and then what I also like to do then is cut it down the centre, so it's a little bit easy to work with. It's quite a bit thinner now than the 1-inch tape. And what we're going to do is, make sure you can see it's nice and sharp. Okay, start from the bottom. Okay, make sure you got a nice straight edge. So we're going to start from the bottom, leave a little bit of black showing, and we're just going to take the tape and we're going to follow the edge. You can see there I'm leaving a little bit of black coming through. That way we don't leave, we won't have a little grey gap. Just follow the edge, pull it, anchor it down with your thumb, like so. Okay, get the tape, pull it, and anchor it down again. And just keep repeating that process, and you'll have a nice curve for the mandible. Like I said, leave a little bit of gap, because if you don't, you'll have a little bit of a grey edge in between the red and the black. You don't want that. Get to the edge. Well, let's see if we can do it with this tape. I've run out of the yellow tape on the kill stripe, but smaller arches to take you around the edge. So, stick it down. Make sure it's nice and stuck firm. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead now, take some more tape, and follow it down this edge here. Start off where you left off, pull it down, make sure there's a little bit of black showing, not too much, just a little bit, tape it off at the edge like that, and make sure it's all firmly stuck down, there's no gap showing. You don't want any paint to seep down through into the tape and ruin your nice matte black finish. There we go. I'll repeat that process now for the other cheek. You want to strip the tape across the top, same on here as well. Try and maximise the use of plastic bags to try and minimise tape to paint contact. The paint is obviously, it's settled and it's hardened, it's pretty safe, but I'm using cheap tape, I am, and I shouldn't be using this. It's starting to peel up already, and I have to go buy some more. But yeah, it's always best to try and avoid touching the paint with the tape, just in case it pulls anything up. But you should be pretty safe, as these Humbrels are quite good colours. So yeah, I'll go ahead now. I'll cut to a bit further on into the job. Okay guys, so here's the helmet. Taped them all up nicely. I've gone with a bag on the top. I've just used regular masking tape then to tape these up, just to save some time. The paint is pretty well dried now, so I imagine that the tape wouldn't cause any issues with it. As well as the back as well, I taped up just a regular masking tape. Don't forget to do these little interior bits inside the key slots, and make sure all the tape is coming down. Sadly, my tape doesn't like this nice weather we're having, and it's not very sticky, so I'm constantly having to keep checking. So make sure your tape is nice and stuck down. We're at pretty much the home stretch now of these helmets, so you don't want any slip ups. If you are going to use this tape method, make sure that when you do stick the tape down, it don't start to peel up like it is this one here. Make sure it's all nice and firmly. If it gives you more confidence in the masking, maybe put a strip of tape around here. And also a little tip now, it's quite nice weather here at the moment, so depending on where you are, if you are going to paint these helmets, as soon as you put the paint down, don't leave them outside in the sun, as the masking fluid it tends to leave residue if you heat it up. So as soon as you paint it, either put it in the shade, put it in your garage, or anywhere inside with direct sunlight. It's not going to heat up the masking tape. That's pretty much it now. So I'm going to go ahead now and put some of our gloss silver down onto the helmet, and then we'll cut back to masking out some of our details. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've gone ahead, I've applied our silver to the helmet. It's nice and dry. So I'm going to go ahead now and show you how again to stencil the mandible areas. This is the last bit. Why not show you again? Also, it's a little bit difficult as it's quite a strange angle to trace onto. After that, I'll go ahead and I'll cut straight to airbrushing down the red. So we'll miss the grey and we'll miss the purple, but it's going to be the same process what we're going to be doing here. Just repeat the steps. So with this now, what we need again your nice sharp pencil, your stencils. This is for the other mandible. They come as the section like that. What I tend to do, split it in half. A lot easier to work with. But when you split it, make sure you don't cut through any silver. As with me, I only trace on the silver damage. I use the other colours there. I use that silver damage as a reference to hand draw on the other colours. So for instance, with this mandible, instead of cutting straight across there, I cut down here to avoid separating this damaged area. So what we're first going to do is we're going to need to tape this piece onto the helmet to avoid it moving around. We've already done this damage bit here, if you can see it there, which we dremeled in earlier. Line it up with your piece here. This is why we use the stencils in the last couple of videos when doing this, so we know now that it all lines up nicely. So put the stencil into the damage, put the helmet down, the stencil down. I've got a little bit of tape by here, and you just tape it into place. And there we go. You obviously have to hold it as well because it's going to have a bit of play in it, but it should stop it moving around when you press down on it. So go ahead, take your wax paper, make sure I got it the right way, which I have, yep. You're going to put the wax paper onto the helmet. Just going to trace out this little section for you guys. The rest then is all the same, so you don't need to really keep seeing that. Okay, so go ahead and trace on the damage. Don't have to press too hard, because this white paper, it really does come up quite well. Actually more better than the black. Try to keep when you're tracing on the silver, try to keep it inside the silver line. Otherwise you'll end up overscaling your damage, and you'll find you'll have problems then when trying to fit in the other colours. Okay, so go ahead now to these last couple of sections at the bottom. No need to rush. Take your time with that. And there is our white damaged trace on. You can sort of see it there. You want to go ahead, repeat this for this little section here. I've already gone ahead on the rest of the helmet, as you can see, with this mandible. Same process goes for the back section of the helmet as well. Just tape it down, wax paper underneath the bit, and just draw it on, and then go ahead and go in with your masking fluid, and you're ready for the next colour. So I'll go ahead now, I'll go ahead now and I'll cut to putting the red down. So the next time you see this helmet, it will actually be purple, because the colours are actually, not many people know it's a purple colour on the Boba Fett helmet. We've got the silver. The next colour will be a nice grey. The colour list I believe I put up actually says it's a different colour. I go ahead and use 79. Sorry, I go ahead and use 79 as it's a nice dark colour and it works well. It works well with the silver. It's the colour that most people use. I find this too blue, and this colour it works well, and in certain lights it does look kind of blue. After that, then it's a custom purple colour. There's not much purple on the helmet. Majority of it's on the back. And of course we get into the red, but the red is a little custom colour. I'll show you what to mix up. So I'll go ahead now and cut to a nice purple helmet.